You guys, these are 4 by 10 panels, and there's 3 of them right there, and then there's a 4th one right there, and then 2 more go right there, but those 2, there's 1 right there, and 1 right there. And why do we have them, you ask? Well, Chris and I are working on a project for a convention that's coming up in July. So we have been super busy. Chris is over there. I'm gonna go take you over there in a second, find out what he's working on. But we've been so busy, we haven't had any time to stop and film, so I thought I'd take a second this morning so you guys could see what we are up to. This scene right here is going to be a school rooftop scene. And this is a door, and I'm painting it right now. And let's go see what Chris is working on. Hi.
Hi.
Hey.
You want to show what we're working on?
Sure.
So the scene that we're making right now that we're working on is a rooftop playground scene. And looking at some of the pictures and stuff, it has fencing around it, obviously, so kids and people don't fall off the buildings. And because all of our walls are 4 feet wide, we wanted to make basically some 4-foot wide fence panels, and they had some 4-foot tall fencing that came in spools of 50 feet. So instead of doing it the right way, going horizontal, we're using it vertically. So I'm working on that. Just got the pieces together. I just cut my links to be a little bit shorter because it was actually like slightly taller than 4 feet, so I had to trim off both sides. And but it almost finished. Now we got to start building the bottom section where these pieces are going to slide into it. So stand up.
Very good. I've been gardening. Look at my raspberries. Oh man, we had a heat wave, I think about a month ago, and eventually it just killed the whole thing, but there's a teeny bit of green, so just leave everything right now and we'll see. But dude, look at my zucchini. That's one zucchini plant right there. He's huge. There's another one back there. Alright, back to the building stuff.
I'm out in the front yard getting attacked by birds here. I feel like I'm in the Alfred Hitchcock movie. I just set up these 3 walls. I'm getting ready to have the graphics guy come install the large graphic of the skyscraper rooftops on this wall. I have the other half of this set in the backyard, and it's going to get some blue sky on it as well. But Gina finished, she painted all this with a high gloss white. We bondoed all the staple holes and sanded and smoothed the walls out, so you can wipe it down with a wet rag and should have no problems for the sticker to stick on there. So I just wanted to show you real quick before it goes on, because there'll be no more white wall after now. So we're behind the wall.
We're behind the scenes. Ha ha ha, just kidding.
Again, normally we would just screw these together, but because we're trying to save time on location during the setup period, we just basically drilled a 3/8 hole. It's actually slightly larger. We drilled like a 1/2-inch hole, and we're using 3/8 hardware, and we just line these 2 up, slide the bolts in, and got some wing nuts. You just take that, spin it, get as tight as you can, and you're done.
Cool.
I mean, you can make sure that the wall is kind of level if you have another person on the other side, but there's a little bit of adjusting there. But there's 2 jacks on either side, and they're the same way. We got 4 bolts holding these in. We just basically nailed a piece of wood inside the framing here of the wall, and the bolt goes straight through that, and you can put the wing nut on from the back side. And each one of these jacks has a 20, is it 20 or 25 pound?
About 20 pounds.
Yeah, 20-pound sandbag, which is plenty. You've also got the corner joint too, where they go together. And you'll also notice that we've scabbed this wood in here. Whenever you have something where you're going to bolt or attach through this luan, it's always a good idea to use like a thicker piece of 3/4 or something. Let's walk around over here. I'll show them this. So like everywhere, this is where we have the pipe mounted. You can see we screwed through it, so it's just more material than just the 1/4 inch luan. And then up above, you have your header pieces. So we just scabbed wood behind anywhere where we were going to be mounting something to the front side of the walls.
We've also labeled each panel so they know. And then there's 4, 5, and 6 on the other side.
So I'm getting ready to put this roof on. Once these 3 walls are together, this has a little bit of an overhang that shoots off into each one of the walls. So we attach this little bracket here, and underneath is a couple of the insert nuts that have the little spikes, so you just hammer it in and it stays in place. And it's a 3/8 hardware, and then we drilled a couple holes in the top of this thing. So basically it will just slide right on like that. You check to see if you're lined up there, and you can just screw them on here. So because we're gonna be setting this up fairly quickly on location, we wanted to make everything to where it was really fast setup, no tools required. So we used bolts, and in this case where the fence is going to go into the wall, we inserted the PVC inside these boxes, slightly bigger ID than the OD of this pipe. And so now I'm able to just lift this up, slide into place, and you're done.
All right, everyone. The graphics are up. The fence is up. The other building is up. And this is our complete photo op scene of a high school rooftop. It turned out so awesome. It looks like you're literally up there hanging out. You can spit your gum out over the edge. There's 2 benches. One goes right there and one goes right there, but I'm not going to bring them outside because the grass, the dead grass, is going to stick to them. So you just have to imagine it as is. All right, on to the next thing.